Hey everybody, it's Elon from Inside Fighting. I'm here with my buddy Carlos, who's a guru in Pekiti Tirsia. And it's pretty cool that we met up because we both train Filipino martial arts, and we thought it would be very cool to just kind of give each other an exchange of our systems a little bit.
Definitely sounds good.
Pow, pow. Inside fighting, yeah. Dangerous martial arts. Pow, pow. Ooh, ah.
So we were working on the 12 basic strikes. I'm going to just run through them super quick, like these kind of angles right here for Doce Pares. Now, Doce Pares, the reason we climb down the body and do all this stuff is because the system itself is meant, this is the traditional kind of 12 basic strikes, the system is meant to have a very simple approach. So if you're attacking on this side, kind of like boxing, I always say this to people, if you're boxing, you don't want to extend your hands too much and start worrying out here too much, because that's when you get caught over the top. So the whole system is meant to have very quick side-to-side reactions. We rarely turn the stick down. Even in the 12 basic strikes, we drop our body. So if you come to a strike to my knee, we just drop our body and try and control here. And then everything is from there, right? So that's where we would start moving. Vice versa, if you hit high, I'm just right here. So I never, you know, if you look at Illustrissimo, if you hit high, we might do a little bit more of a, right? Whereas in Doce Pares, the stick is going to, if you come around to the other side, I'm just waiting right here. I'm trying to move as little as possible. I call it an oh shit style. Because in the same way that you box and you don't move too much, you have a little box in Doce Pares. So that's the medium range for us.
That's your medium range.
This is medium right here. Long range is hand, right? Hand fighting. Medium is when now we hit, you can reach my head. This is medium, right? So here we're in medium range. And close range is butting range for us. And then we have, because Kakoy Cañete was big into something called, he did Aikido, he did Judo, so there's Escrito, which is a grappling. Let's say from hubud, we go into grappling range from here.
Escrito, nice.
Yes, which is kind of like Aikido mixed with Kali and really Judo. And it's all the grappling range stuff. So here there's already submissions, if you look, all this stuff to choke you out. As we lock up, even driving under into like cool grappling stuff. You know, double unders. All your wrestling stuff comes into play with the stick in our system. All right, so here I'm running Carlos through the first 3 basic strikes. It's basically a strike to your head, a strike to your temple on one side, and a strike to the temple on the other side. I'm going to show how this drill can be used to become alive and reactive very quick. In Doce Pares, everything from day one is alive and reactive. You don't need much experience to make it work, and it's pretty amazing. So 1, 2, 3 are the same 3 basic strikes, regardless of if you're here or if you're here. Okay, we treat everything the same. Now, on a very basic level, these are basic blocks. Obviously, as we get closer, we're countering as we're hitting, or as we're blocking, or we're hitting the arm as we're doing things. But to start, we're just going to start giving each other an exchange. So you go angle 1, I can counter angle 1. Any angle you hit, out of these 3 we'll start with, and you can block however you like. There's no set. You'll see sometimes I might block like this, if that's where I am, right? And we're just at medium range, just flowing right off the bat. Okay, there again, I did that block. Now if you come angle 3, I could still do this kind of block. It doesn't matter, there's no right or wrong. But as I close in, see, you're in parry range. So now we're just gonna come into a flow of parry. So to start, we'll just go angle 1 butting. See, and it's a very basic concept. Now if I feed angle 2, you're just gonna parry. And angle 3, you're just going to parry. So 1, 2, and you see how fast you can pick it up?
Yeah. All martial arts, in a sense, are the same to me.
Yes.
Okay. I believe it's because we're pattern recognition oriented, and we pick up those patterns, and we learn them, and they become ingrained in us, and then we're looking for those things, and we don't let go.
Yes.
And then we're stuck in what we know, and we can't flow. That's Kali, right?
Yes. No, this is all flow.
Yeah.
Doce Pares is intended to be, and off of those 12 basic blocks at medium. And by the way, even to go into long range, now we're in long range. Now we're targeting the hand. Right? So then, and then we come back into close range, and then we come into clinch range, right? Where now we're really tight on each other, and it becomes a full-on grappling fight, right? Where I'm going to try and come to here, wherever that is. And then we continue on the ground. So the system is meant to be a continuous pathway to the ground. Meaning there's hand striking here into close, into clinch, right? And now you can disarm, and now I'm empty hand. Now we come into this kind of fighting. Right now I'm gonna try and fight you here. You know, and then and now we're in empty hand fighting. And by the way, same drills. Now, if you just feed even punch, wait, 1 for 1, so 1, 1. And this is the same drill, just 1 for 1. So you're gonna hit once, I'm gonna hit once, right? Now, if I hit wide, yes, you can hit anywhere. I can check. You can also go wide again. You can do a long block, like a spear, right? You can check. If this was a weapon, I'd try and keep it away. And so the flow continues from right here. Now we're just doing again, we come in, and now we're back into clinch range. So the whole system, whether we had knives in our hand or whether we had sticks, continues the same way.
Right.
Just 1 for 1. And you do the same thing with kicks. 1 for 1, 1 for 1. So it's a 1 for 1 mentality until it becomes alive. You see how now I can mess with you a little bit.
So let me ask you, so you guys are focused on stick work or blade work?
Our blocks on a basic level are the same. So if you have a knife, this is 1, this is 2. And if you notice, I'm always cutting, and then 3 would be over here. I'm always cutting, ideally.
Right, okay, cut and checking.
Yeah,
right.
cut, boom, in. Hubud is an interesting drill because it's a 3 count. So we do hubud, but it's 3 counts, right? Our purpose of hubud is really to teach like different points along the way. So we can turn hubud into a 1 count, meaning 1,
Right.
2 is cutting, 3 is breaking.
Right.
So hubud is really, in our view, meant to be divided up and understood. And it's a very good grappling drill. There's my disarm, there's a disarm, there's an arm drag,
Right.
there's my 2-on-1. So we treat hubud in that way as almost like a broken up, but in reality, it's meant to be fast. So if you look, when I hit angle 1 and you counter, yeah, we're just gonna go back to not hubud, just 1 for 1, yes. Okay, now if I hit here, you see, we're already now starting to move a little bit faster. You see how this becomes a little bit more realistic now. And that's what that 3 count drill is. It's the exact same thing. It's here, here. You see how we're finding those cuts? Yeah. It's really a bladed system. It's really meant to be, but it's all off of that, even if we go into ice pick.
Try.
With that giant blade,
yeah, sorry,
it's
guys,
gonna kill me with.
I have left.
We just start with those same basic close drills. And once I get comfortable with this flow, by the way, he doesn't know where I'm gonna attack. We're just flowing. And this is his first time doing this. The reason, number one, not only because he's an expert, which he is, but the reason that it's also easy to do this is because you can naturally feed where the next attack is. So I could see, if you're here, I can feed to here. I know your next attack has to be on this line. You have no other line. I can feed it so that I know your next attack is on this line. So you're naturally doing that.
Yeah.
You're feeding the next line.
I'm just trying to, what is it, what the artists say? Go with the script
Yes.
at the last moment.
But you're creating the script because as you parry me down here, where's my next line of attack, right? You know it's gonna have to come around. So you know it's either gonna come here, here, or here. My blade cannot make it all the way here.
Right.
So that's the nice thing about knife fighting when you start training it. I don't care if it's Piper knife fighting, Pekiti, Doce Pares. Subconsciously or consciously, you know the next line.
Yeah.
So close range is here, right? Where yes, you can go into hubud range if you wanted to hubud here. You can go into hubud. This is close, right? But and if you wanted to start stabbing here, controlling hands, you see. But if we go back to medium range with the knife, we're right in that same hand cutting range. Yes. So this is that hand cutting range. And all we're trying to do is just cut. One thing I'll say is that people look at this and they go, this doesn't simulate real knife fighting. That's true. Real knife fighting is, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's sudden, it's bursting, it's energetic. It's not going to stop until you're down on the ground if that's what their intention is.
And there won't be a flow. But the reality is what this is giving me is like you just swing at me anywhere, that first initial quick reaction. Right. And then you swing, okay, maybe I got another reaction. It's giving me that one split second where maybe I managed to cut you and you didn't cut me.
Right. That's
right, and that's what I care about. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get cut. Doesn't mean it's not going to look much messier, but what I am training at least is to use the safer parts of my body. So if something's going to cut the inner part of my leg and I feel it, I can draw my leg away. I'll have that instinct. Or I'll even turn so it doesn't cut inside. It'll cut somewhere a little bit more on the outside. At least I'll have time to survive that so I can counter in. It's giving me those little moments. That's what all our drills are really for. And again, empty hand versus knife, even if you have the knife or empty hand, it doesn't matter. It's the same idea. So if you come to hit, I'm doing the same drill. I'm trying to get to your head, but now you can counter with the knife, and it's the exact same drill, right? So, and this is classic FMA, but if I'm here and I touch your face and I go for my disarm here, I feed it across, I punch at your face here, right? And that's where all that stickiness comes from, where I'm trying to just get control. And that's the style. That's an intro to Doce Pares.
I mean, sorry guys, Pekiti Tirsia out there who love and are diehard Pekiti Tirsia fans. I really, from my perspective, don't really see much of a difference other than where your emphasis on your order of operations, so to speak. So in the sense of like, we'll do, let's grab the stick and we'll go back to the single stick. What we call umbrellas and wall drill, okay? So if you feed me an angle 1, I step out. You feed me an angle 2, I step out.
My angle 2 or diagonal 2?
Diagonal 2. Okay. So then we'll have later for the horizontal. So we'll step out inwards. Okay. So let's do that again. So you give me angle 1 diagonal, I'll step out, diagonal 2 diagonal. Now you're coming over here horizontal. Boom. Now you're coming over here horizontal. Boom.
It's very similar.
Similar. Now you're coming down lower, horizontal. Boom.
Oh, really? You guys do it like that?
Yeah, yep. And then you're coming down on that side. Boom. Okay. Obviously, you have all your stick arms and disarms from here and so forth. And then last ones are the knees, so that you're going for the knee.
Just straight
step
crack the
out,
knee.
boom. And then then boom, same thing. So,
And that's your initial count?
That's, yes, like an 8 count of umbrellas and walls. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
It's more close than I thought it would be.
Well, we do have a long range. So everything that we just did, if you attack me angle 1, long range, boom. Angle 2, boom, long range, boom, long range, boom. It's much safer long range.
Yes.
You see that?
And then it's to the knee again?
Then to the knee, boom, and then to the knee. It's much safer long range.
Yes.
Because we focus from entering from the long range into the short range. That's where we want to be, is in the short range. And we have the same. Pekiti Tirsia means close and cutting the angles and getting close. And then we have another saying, which is Pekiti Tirsia, which means closer.
Oh, I like that.
So it's exactly
very similar.
It's like Doce Pares. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very similar.
Do you guys take that drill and turn it into a flow drill?
Yes, we do. And then we'll also have what is called sabayan, right? So if you thrust, I can go to the inside, I'll give you a puño, you block it, and then you come, boom. And I thrust, and you can do the same. So as we teach our students, like the 2 different sets of drills, and then later we start amalgamating them together. And then later they can start finding their flow on their own without setting, okay, you gotta set this angle, you gotta take this angle. Yeah, so if you thrust me again, I can go to the inside with a puño drill, boom, and obviously you're gonna give me a cut, right? I'll cut and I'll pass it. Now I'll do it to you, and you step out to the outside, and then you give it like what's called at the same time, and then you give it a puño back, boom, and I'll give you the angle 1, you step out and you cut it.
Am I cutting your body?
You could do that too. You could cut the leg. So we have 3 different levels: arm, body, leg.
I like that drill.
And then we have another one. Okay, I'll show you the whole drill, sabayan, right here. So you thrust, boom, boom. This is 1, right? And then you got to feed back. Go angle 1. Like
angle 1 straight down. Okay.
Yeah. Now I feed back to you. You go back
you
to
came
that.
and
there
you
go.
thrust it across like this.
And then bam, and then you cut angle 1. So first we start high.
Yeah.
Weapon arm.
Cut your arm, clear.
Clear. And now you thrust back.
Oh, and I just continue the motion.
Yes, so now we're lowering the levels of attack. Boom. And now, same thing. You're lowering the level of attack back, cutting the body now.
Oh,
boom.
now the body.
And then next one, lowering the cut to the leg. Boom. Now you're lowering the cut to the leg. Now, hypothetically speaking, once you thrust, and I do this, the fight should be over.
Yeah.
But just in case it isn't, because you waved out and you passed it,
Yeah.
right? And I come back in with this, and you block it, right?
Yeah.
And now you've got your retaliation, and I can continue. So
That makes total sense.
so then we merge Sabayan with the umbrellas walls or another drill, and this obviously goes empty hand or knife hand.
So you could do this drill empty hand?
Yeah, you can do this if you're okay.
Both of us?
Yeah. Which is the same thing as the stick drill. He goes to uppercut. Instead of a thrust with the stick, he goes to uppercut. I step out, I block just like I would, and I thrust or punch across with a hook and back fist, come back with the back fist or the puño. As I come back, I clear, he steps out and repeats the motion, bam, and then clears. And then boom, bop,
This is cool.
boom, bop.
What did I do there? I added an extra. I forgot
That's
the
okay.
backhand.
Boom. Yeah. So this drill becomes empty hand or knife.
I
do it
could
with
feel
knife.
right away how
Yeah.
that's knife based.
Yeah. So knife. So the whole thing with Kali, in its essence, is for an immortal person who lives forever and will never learn all the moves, because you will never learn all the moves. It's just endless. So you thrust at me, boom, back to the knife, the stick, right? Boom, puño. Okay. I can cut and pass it. You go, and now you got, boom, cut, and then puño, cut and pass it. There you
You
go.
want to literally
Yeah,
cut.
exactly. So one, boom, right here, puño. As I'm hacking you, cut, and I'm putting that C hand right in there.
And
boom.
this changes it.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So it's
And
yeah,
then it
good
becomes-
response.
and
Yes,
then it
because we
becomes a
do have.
flow like
Yes,
anything.
exactly. And that goes back to that knife fighting drill we were working on the other day, where we go here, and then we go here.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's all interwoven together because all the moves are just basically off like the 8 strikes, which are basically, you have your 8 strikes and we have our 8 count strikes, which is 1,
Diagonal,
2,
diagonal,
3,
uppercut.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, it's
And then
much
we could
simpler.
also have this as a 8.
So it's broken down. It's diagonal, diagonal, uppercut, uppercut, horizontal,
Yep.
horizontal,
then
down,
down and down.
down.
So you're using kind of a circular, you're cutting down, but you're kind of using a circular movement.
Like a redondo.
Redondo, yeah.
Okay, so it's down and then down.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. It's so easy to pick up.
Yeah, it's very easy to pick up.
'Cause
So,
it's
yeah,
just-
it's just an 8. It's a starfish or asterisk, and like yeah.
Very
So
cool. And then from there, all your blocking comes off of those?
All the
eh?
blocking comes right off again.
So
So
if I
again, so you
feed you-
go 1, boom, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 is
Is
7.
it a redondo? Yeah.
Yeah, and 8. Boom. Yeah. Okay. So it's all there. And this was what we teach the kids. We teach this to the kids. Adults have harder time learning this stuff because
Yeah,
obviously
'cause their body mechanics
body
are-
mechanics have gotten a little shot after sitting down for so long.
It's something that I notice about Pekiti is it's very organized.
Yeah.
Doce Pares, not as much. Doce Pares, we come in, at least the way I learned it. Sure, there's organization, there's 12 counts, there's 12 this, but everything is right away, like reactive,
They want to make
flow.
you fight. They want to right into the fire.
because of the wek off and all that stuff that they
Yeah.
do. So we'll start just doing this type of stuff on day 1,
Yeah.
right? And we'll just start striking sticks. If you have a tire, we work really fast on the tires here, right? It's a cool way to train.
Yeah.
Pekiti seemed more direct, more street oriented. Doce Pares seemed more sport oriented.
Really?
Yeah, for me, Doce Pares is very sport.
Yeah.
Because like we're always, again, it's always like, okay, we're just sport. Like this is literally the style. Like
yeah,
we just
so
move.
You hit
Anytime
me,
you
I
pick
hit
up,
you, and everything.
and then
goes
it starts just becomes free. Like even
Yeah.
if we just start moving free now, I'm just trying to catch you a little bit here. See?
Yeah.
That's what. That's right. But
Yeah, no, but see,
the
no,
system.
I would be dead. No, I would be dead right there.
Yes,
So-
but not with a stick.
Not with a stick, no, but with a sword.
Yes,
With
and
a
we do
sword,
this
yeah.
with a sword or
a
knives.
knife. I would
So
be-
if we
I
do the
would be-
same drill, you'll see how fun it becomes with drills. But we just start flowing and cutting each other a little
Yeah.
bit. Like you can catch me. It's okay. You see how we're just starting to.
Yeah.
And that's the style. Yeah, you see? It's okay. You see how annoying it gets?
Yeah.
But that's all the training. And it's all off of this. It's all off of this kind of flow. But you see, the flow doesn't change that much. When we start going live
Yeah.
here, I didn't change much. I just started moving more.
And you guys focus on small little.
Smaller, little,
little-
but it makes you very effective very quick, I
Yes,
feel.
Yeah. It's very dangerous, especially with a forward
Facing blade.
facing blade. Yeah. All right. So my travels as a martial artist took me from Taekwondo to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to a little bit of Sambo, Jeet Kune Do, a little bit of Capoeira, a little stuff like that. But I've never seen something this cool, which is so phenomenally easy to apply and learn quickly, like I've learned in Kali or Pekiti Tirsia, which is basically called the entry to the lower leg grappling. Whereas if he's in the fighting stance, all I gotta do, if he throws his jab, I parry it, I enter, and I make a little T, and I bisect what is called the line right here on his leg. You can see how Ilan is already off balance. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. But my job is not to stay here, is to, as soon as I was entering, bam, I'm hitting like a Kyokushinkai guy would do. If that leg doesn't stay there and remains, and it's not broken, my next job is to do this.
I'm definitely going down there.
And then, you see how I'm not giving you any pain right now, resistance, right? But the reality would be like, yeah, you see that?
Ladies and gentlemen.
What I did was go from here, and I did that on his leg.
Doesn't look like it would. I have strong shins. One more
It
time.
was really quick and painful, and that's, now imagine, this is the situation, right? He jabs, boom, you jab, bam, you enter in with a kick, because right now I don't want to blast his knee, and then you hold here so he doesn't leave, it doesn't escape, and you take him down, and without leaving your toes in a point, like a positioned post position, you flatten out your shin, and you grind shin to shin, and then you turn, leg lock, leg break.
Put a little bit of pressure on me. Just let's see how. Wait. It's my good leg, Ayla. Oh yeah. That's not fun.
No, that's not fun at all.
That's not fun. I don't think I'd be
I don't
moving
think there's
too much.
conditioning for grappling, or your Muay Thai conditioning is.
No, it's totally different.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of silat guys. It's
Yes.
It's interesting the influence of the Indonesian
Yeah.
arts in. You want to show a couple more entries that you like?
Yeah, okay, so
love
we
this
have
stuff.
the 4 entries, right? So he's got jab, he's got cross, right? So I've got inside, outside.
Yeah.
So each time I go to the inside or to the outside, I want to make sure I'm away from his weapon hand, checking, and grabbing that knee. A lot of people will say, well, I can grapple from here. You could, but remember, I just smashed your leg with a kick, brains in the upstairs is going bzz, bzz, and then I'm going to go for this control. And if you can move out of here, good for you, because I'm going down that way into the ground as a lunge and 100 miles an hour. That's not going to happen. Okay, so
Thank you for not doing it 100. What I also will say is this: hit my leg again. The second you do that, see how my knee straightens. Like my knee, when you put it the way you're putting it, you have a very good ability to make my knee go from bent to here. And once my knee is here, I can't fight.
Yeah.
This is a very bad position for my knee. I don't want to keep. I'm going to try and.
So as I'm here, it's shin to shin. There's no meat. I'm here checking his leg so he cannot escape. Same thing, if he jabs the same thing, I can step to the outside, boom, check the knee. And I go to this way. Now, I have the same thing on this side. And like Silat, boom.
You do that back kick, yeah.
You can do that kick and get out of the way
love that.
and get back up, or continue the grappling on the leg.
That's
okay?
very cool that there's an Indonesian element.
So
Or Malaysia.
Pekiti Tirsia has so many platforms. This is a platform in itself. The Umbrellas and Walls is a platform in itself. We have 64 attacks, which, oh my gosh, is like a flower
What do you mean 64?
that blooms. Yeah, with a 64
Now we
attacks.
gotta see it!
Next time. It's a flower that blooms that has application, inside application, counter to counter to counter to endless. Okay, so whoever designed that, they might have spent so many years on just figuring out the angles and the possibilities, and to just cut it down to where it's only the necessary things and not unnecessary stuff. Like Bruce Lee says, you know, keep the baby, throw out the bathwater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these people, like, I don't know where they came from,
They put everything in
their
there.
pastime was, but they
Fighting.
focus,
That's
fighting,
all it was.
surviving and fighting. So that's your 2 angles. You can do the
like
same
that.
thing to the outside as you can to your rear leg. So
That's my bad leg, but
So
we'll
switch. So switch. Actually, switch it this way. Put your front leg this way so that I don't hurt you.
Yeah, so you'll hit this
So
one.
as he jabs and he crosses, boom. I throw knee, and I end up in the same position over here.
That's sick.
You see that? And then in this same takedown, everything right there.
That's
or I
very
can
cool.
sweep.
One more time.
Okay, so you would jab and cross, boom. Knee strike, kick into the same position.
Yeah.
I would take you down, boom, and all the same. And then the last one would be
Same thing.
same thing. Jab, cross, boom, elbow, bam,
Yeah.
to the rear. So it'd be the same 4 applications or same 2 applications on both legs, rear or front. And we teach our kids that too.
And then they go get in school fights
yeah,
and
they
beat
go
people up.
get Okay, come bring your kids to the Kali, Pekiti Tirsia over here. Okay.
My entire self-defense philosophy is about, like, if you just throw a punch, whatever it is, right? I'm just driving in here.
Right.
I'm always trying to get to clinch range and drive, and like the whole system is based on those 3 frames. So if I
Right.
catch you here and here, I'm throwing to here. Maybe I'm driving out to here, and then I'm throwing my knees.
Yeah.
But if you look, all those Doce Pares drills are meant for that crashing mentality, and it's like the system is interesting because wherever I'm catching you, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm always trying to rely on my elbows, but this is interesting because what you're doing is you're using the knee to continue,
Yeah,
and you don't
yeah.
drive. You continue driving in
Yeah.
with the knee. It's nice.
It's an application. It's just
Yeah.
one way that we can do many things. So you're throwing all those elbows. So we teach our kids the same things, right?
Yeah.
We teach them horizontal elbow,
Yeah.
right? Wherever you can hit, I can hit.
Oh,
right?
yeah, so if I'm punching at you,
yeah.
yes.
So horizontal elbow, diagonal elbow,
Yeah.
uppercut elbow. We teach them circular elbow.
I like that elbow a lot.
So that circular elbow is to clear the face, so
Yes.
you can come in
Cap.
with the next
Beautiful.
one, right? Like
And that's
you-
almost an entire way of fighting in
Yeah.
itself that I teach people.
Yeah.
I tell people, like, why are you going to open up? Just drive in with
This
the
is what
elbow.
we call Pekiti Tirsia.
Yeah, okay, cool.
This is the really inside fighting. Oh, sorry, that was your line.
No, no.
Inside
Nice.
fighting.
The new host of the Inside Fighting podcast, Carlos. Have you ever done hubud with elbows?
Yes. So,
I love it, like horizontal.
Yep.
Yeah. And then even vertical. And even what you're talking about, the clearing
Yep.
elbow. And then we do 1-for-1 with elbows too. So we go one, pass here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you see I can continue rolling the elbow inside. So there's a whole
I got
elbow
something
system.
to learn. See?
No, you know
No,
it
no,
all.
no. I know. It's the way that somebody does something once one way, someone else does it another way.
And
then no, it's just you might pick it up easily, but it's an end to the puzzle. It's a different part of a puzzle piece that makes it complete. So
I'm just elbow, like I throw my elbows to clear. So if I throw an elbow and you check, I open it so I can continue catching
Yeah.
you. I'm always, and I do that with my punches too. I throw a
I
punch.
noticed you also stepped on my foot, which I like to do here too.
And even the punches, if you check, I use it to clear and all that
yeah.
type of stuff, which you do also. I've seen you do it. So
Nice.
But that's the whole system is I throw whatever it is, and I'm using that again just to drive in, to clear, to wrestle, to get into that range.
Right.
But that's not Doce Pares. That's my own.
No, and I
Hybrid.
just shout out to the Sifu not Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun guy. What was
Oh,
that?
yeah, Milosh.
Milosh.
Sifu
Oh
Milosh.
my gosh, good stuff, man. I saw his. Yes.
Stands like this, man.
Yes, I saw that. That was very impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was
normally, even though I
Yeah.
kind of knew it,
Yeah.
I don't do it all the time. A lot of time I get comfortable holding the wrist or
Yeah.
being here. He just rests on
Yeah.
you, and I was like, whoa, and he drops his lats.
It's like that boxers when they lean on you and they
100% what it felt like.
They relax and they make you work harder.
Yeah, he makes you work. But you're also amazing. I mean, it would be cool to see you both.
Actually, I've been Milosh, I'm going to get in contact with you, sir, soon. Yeah,
Sweet.
so cross training. I like cross training.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, you
I
too.
appreciate everything.